What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. I'm doing KC Week 1 recap. Let's get right into it. So, Mahomes, I thought that Mahomes tried his best with his magic to make things happen, but you could tell that he's always improving. You can tell that he's always getting better, just from last season and just how he looked in the Super Bowl. Obviously, he didn't look that great in the Super Bowl, but I think he looks better every single year. He looks like he put in work in the offseason every single year. He looks like he learned from his previous years. He looks like he's trying to acquire all the experience and all the advice that he can get from his teammates, from the people that are in the facility, from other quarterbacks. Like, he's just always trying to learn and be a sponge and just soak it all up. And his footwork got better. His passes are getting better. His passes are even more accurate. He obviously missed some in the first quarter, and I'm going to speak about that and how he didn't play that well in the beginning of the game. But he got better. He keeps getting better throughout the game, and he could throw really well off platform, and just his release looks even better. Like, everything about him just looks like he's getting even better and better. Yeah, and he's a very good improvising quarterback. The first half was bad, so the first half we didn't play that well, and we couldn't make up for it in the second half because of how bad we looked in the first half, especially the offense. Not especially the offense, especially the defense. The defense played better in the second half. Like, we actually got a stop because we didn't get a single stop in the first half. They were able to get points on all their drives in the first half. But the offense was trying their best and still put up 21 points, which isn't that bad. It's not that great for Chiefs, like for what we typically get and what we expect for our team. But we should not allow 27 points from a division rival. We shouldn't allow 27 points in general from anybody if you want to win football games. Our run game wasn't there, and we need for our O-line to block better for the run game, because Pacheco didn't have that much holes to run through. He didn't have that much openings and that much gaps for him to try to exploit and try to get through and try to create an opening and just give us a chance, a turning point in the game. He didn't really have that much to work with. But so I think mainly the O-line needs to block better for the run, and obviously it's easy to block for Patrick Mahomes in the pass game, because all you need to do is just give him a little bit of room, and then he can go off platform and then release the ball, and he can extend the play and release the ball. It's easy to block for Patrick Mahomes, even though they still did a good job blocking for the pass game, I thought, compared to how we looked in the Super Bowl. But still, we looked good blocking for the pass game, and just for a typical regular season game, and just for a long time off, since to go the whole entire offseason for our first game. But still, we need to block better for the run game, and we need to give IJ Pacheco something to work with, and Pacheco needs to try to get through the holes and the gaps that the O-line presents for him, and be patient and wait for the blocks to set, and then try to gain more yards. Our pass defense and rush defense was awful, and I thought that Herbert had all day to throw. Our rush defense was really bad, so that's why players were open all the time, because this past secondary wasn't as bad as it seemed for everybody, because we still held them to like a couple third down and fourth downs. But he had all day. He literally had all day, even on the fourth down for the game in the fourth quarter, for like one of the fourth downs or the third downs for the game, I think it was. And Herbert could still run and pick up the yards, because where was the rush defense? They didn't contain. They didn't stay around the edges to try to keep him in the pocket and don't let him do anything. They kind of just went off and onto their own and with their own interests and tried to create a sack when they really didn't need to do that, because it looked like the pass secondary was holding up. And it just made no sense. And he was just able to, and the pocket should never be that clean all the time. You should just be able to escape the pocket whenever he wants and just be able to run that clean. Like, and it was ridiculous. And then I would say that we did let up a couple easy passes for him with the pass secondary, obviously, but it was mainly the rush defense that allowed all this to happen in the first place. If the rush defense gets better, and if the rush defense gets more pressure on him and contains them and gets more quarterback hits, more hurry ups, more sacks, of course, then the whole game will go different, and it'll be easier for the pass defense to pick up their slack and to try to benefit off that and try to complement that and create turnovers, so it can help the whole team and help Patrick get more points. Yeah, because as I said, we were really bad on third downs for that. on defense for third downs, because they converted like almost all the third downs and fourth downs. And Worthy got injured, of course. Worthy got injured in the first quarter, like early in the game. He dislocated his shoulder. He bumped into Travis Kelce. That obviously has to suck. I don't think it's the end of the world, because I still remember even though it's a different team, I still remember when we played the Bengals with pretty much no receivers in the AFC Championship game, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling had like 100-something yards, and Patrick Mahomes had to do it all by himself, and that's still a tough game. The Bengals had all their players were healthy. It's a strong Bengals team. We basically had nobody. Patrick Mahomes didn't throw away. We got rid of Tyreek Hill, chose to leave because we didn't pay him, so Tyreek Hill basically just left, and we still found a way to make it work in a playoff game in Arrowhead at an AFC Championship game with no receivers, and Patrick Mahomes can still find a way to win. And he won the Super Bowl. He did everything that whole season with no receivers, which was Travis Kelce. Obviously, Travis Kelce was better, but Travis Kelce didn't have that big of a game that game, and it was just MVS. So it's like we still have Hollywood Brown. I think that we'll still find a way to make it work. We still have Noah Gray as a second tight end. You saw what he did last year as tight end number 2. Like I don't think it's ended. I think we'll still find a way to make it work. They just need to give Patrick Mahomes more time in the pocket, and if we create a run game, if Patrick Mahomes if Patrick Mahomes has a lot of time like how he typically does, and he gets accustomed to having a lot of time in the pocket, because typically that's not the case. Typically he doesn't have a lot of time, and typically he tries to do something on his own, or he gets good with his read, so he gets rid of the ball quick. But if they can block really well and Isaiah Pacheco is able to make things work, and they block better for the run game, I think that they'll make no difference, and our defense will come together and look like one of the best defenses that we've seen in a while, like we typically have, and the team will just play way better. Bucker hit a 59-yarder right before half when we rushed onto the field. It was crazy. He hit a 59-yarder, and it was literally like they just rush onto the field and with no timeouts, and he just goes and kicks like a 60-yard kick. And you even saw a crazy kick with this in the Steelers versus Jets game, where the kicker hits like Boswell hits like a 60-yard kick, and it looked like it could have been good from 70, because that ball was still flying in the air and from 60, and it's not like it scraped by and just hit the bottom of the crossbar or the goal post or whatever you want to say. It almost hit, it's not like it barely just hit the bottom of it. It's like that could have been good for like almost 70. So the kickers are getting better and better, and it was a crazy kick. And we also missed a crucial extra point, which basically almost lost us the game. He's got to make that extra point. I can pull up the stats here, so I can just read the stats for the game. Patrick Mahomes was 24 for 39, 258 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. He had 6 carries for 57 yards, 1 touchdown. So that'd be about 300 plus. That'd be 315 total yards with 2 touchdowns. Yeah, so that's a really good game. I would say that's a good game. And the completion percentage is 24 for 39 is about what? About 62. 61% completion percentage, almost 62. So he had a solid game for the opening day, for his opening game in the NFL. Isaiah Pacheco had 5 carries for 25 yards. He averaged 5 yards a carry. Like like as I said, he wasn't that bad. 5 yards a carry is good. He it's not like he was bad or anything, but we didn't stay consistent with. We didn't stay persistent and consistent with the run game, because Kareem Hunt had 5 carries for 16 yards, 3 in average. You could have kept running if you had 3 in average. You kind of keep running off the average. You could have kept running with Pacheco if he had 5 in average. We were also behind, but you got to stay persistent with it. Like you can still run sometimes, and then the O-line wasn't blocking that well for the run game. So I think that's also why we weren't staying consistent with it. And then Worthy also had 1 rush for 1 carry for 0 yards and 0 average. Hollywood Brown had 10 receptions for 99 yards, almost 100 yards. Juju had 5 receptions for 55 yards. Travis Kelce had 2 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown, still showing that he can do it. Tyquan Thornton had 2 receptions for 41 yards. Kareem Hunt had 2 receptions for 10 yards. Isaiah Pacheco had 2 receptions for 3 yards. Noah Gray had 1 reception for 3 yards. Yeah. And for our defense, Chamari Connor had 7 tackles. Nick Bolton had 6 tackles. Jalen Watson had 5 tackles. Drew Tranquil had 4 tackles and 2 sacks. McDuffie had 4 tackles. Jane Hicks had 3 tackles. Carl Aftis had 2 tackles. Brian Cook had 2 tackles. Amanda Hugh had 2 tackles. Dana had 1 tackle. Chanel had 1 tackle. Fulton had 1 tackle. Tillery had 1 tackle. Nadia had 1 tackle. And Gelade had a tackle. Chris Jones missed. No, didn't miss any. He had two assists. So yeah, Chris Jones also didn't play that well. It's not like he had a lot of sacks or anything. Where he really helped us and really made a difference and kind of just won us the game because he's done that before, but he didn't really have a game like that. Hopefully he'll have more of those. More of those kind of games, not more of these ones, of course. We had 347 total yards, 249 pass yards, 98 rush yards, 6 yards per play, 18 first downs. We were 5 for 14 on third downs. They were 7 for 13 on third downs. We were 3 for 3 on fourth downs. They were 1 for 1 on fourth downs. So we were good on fourth downs, but we were really bad on third downs. They were better on third downs. Like I didn't think our pass secondary was that bad, even though Herbert had a lot of yards and it looked like he was passing the ball all game. I think it was really because he had a lot of time and our rush defense was not getting there and was not supporting our pass defense. Because we had a lot of additions to our pass defense, and we have McDuffie still back there, and like I don't know, I think we just need to improve more with getting Chris Jones some help because he gets double teamed a lot. Obviously, he's probably facing a lot of double teams, maybe triple teams, but the people that are having their one-on-ones have to win their battles, of course, and they have to get there quick so that he doesn't have all day. 58 total plays, 2 sacks allowed on Patrick Mahomes. We punted the ball 3 times. We had 10 penalties that cost us 71 yards and 27 minutes of possession. So that's pretty much our stats for the game. And I'm gonna get into our last the last bullet, the last point, the bulletin point for the video, and it's next week versus Philly. What I would expect for us to look like. I think that next week versus Philly, it's gonna be like a revenge game from the Super Bowl, and we also lost to them a couple years ago when we were dropping a lot of passes, and MVS was in that game too. He dropped a big time pass in that game. It cost us that game, but I think we're gonna be out for blood. We have started 3-4 in the past, so it's only the first week of the NFL, so you don't take it that serious. It's not the end of the world. We just lost week 1. So yeah, we obviously don't want to start 0-2. So I think we're gonna come out. We're gonna look way better than we did before. We're gonna try to change. I don't know if it's a home game. I can look it up. Try to change the narrative on us right now. Yeah, it's a home game, so they're trying to change the narrative on us. We're gonna be back in Kansas City. We're gonna try to create more chances for Isaiah Pacheco. We're gonna work with what we have in the receiving game, and we're gonna try to win this game. And our defense, I think this game's gonna be won by our defense. Our defense gonna have to play really well and get some stops and really try to help our offense. But I think that we can win this game. I think we win by 7 points. I think we win by just 1 score, and it's close down to the end. But we're able to come away with this win, and convert our third downs. Don't face too many fourth downs. Run to open up the pass. Spread the ball to different receivers, so different receivers are getting a lot of yards and a lot of receptions, and different receivers score, and that's what I was expecting. Patrick Mahomes is going to use his legs. It's probably going to look like a late season to almost like a playoff game, because it's 2 of the best teams in the league, 2 of the best teams in their conference. So it's like the best team in the NFC versus the best team in the AFC. That's what I think, and I think it'll be a good game, and we'll try to steal a win from Philly. That's it for the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Peace out, YouTube.